Hey, my loves. Thanks for tuning into Bliss Chats DIY with me as I put together this heat press table. Now, for today's Bliss Chat, let's debunk the independent woman. I see so many posts and videos and opinions about independent women, the cons of dating an independent woman, how independent women are so bad. But I want to address the most common misconceptions and debunk some of the false labeling and really define what it means to be an independent woman. And let me just say, I thought this was the perfect video to chat about this topic too, because while I will be debunking the independent woman, what I'm doing screams independent woman, okay? So before we get to chatting, let me tell y'all what I'm doing here. I'm assembling a heat press table. This is the LifeWit 3-tier foldable heat press table. It's movable and it's a roller table. I got it off of Amazon for about $40. It was on sale for Cyber Monday. I'll put the link below. And I brought it because I needed something durable to sit my heat press on. I had a table that I was using and it wasn't really sturdy and it was slowing down my productivity when I was completing my Christmas order. So yeah, I decided to purchase this and I love it, definitely. Now, I forgot to get a before of the box before I ripped it up, but it came in a big box, which was really heavy. I actually got the security guard in my building to carry it out of the package room for me because I'm just a girl, but it comes equipped with everything you need to assemble it, all the pieces, all the screws, and all the tools. So watch me work. Okay. So, the independent woman. Now, there are a lot of negative opinions about independent women. And I think the reason why the opinions are so negative is because people are mislabeling the woman that is in survival mode as the independent woman and vice versa. The independent woman to me is not actually independent at all, but she is a woman who is completely dependent on God. And since God is spirit, this type of woman operates in the spirit and truth of God. She is whole and has everything she needs because she relies on God to be her source. She is a woman that has that Psalm 46:5 anointing flowing all over her. God is within her. She will not fail, okay? And the common misconception about the independent woman is that she doesn't need a man or want a man, when that is not actually the case. Most of these women who are independent have strong desires to be in committed relationships or married, and they are completely able to easily fall into that role as a wife, as a helpmeet, and they have a healthy understanding of submission because they have first submitted to God. They understand leadership, and even more, they can discern healthy masculinity and a man operating in his true power. Now, the problem is that some men can come across these type of women and be completely intimidated and reluctant to pursue her because she already has it all together. And their distorted perception of the independent woman will automatically say, oh, she don't need a man. But the independent woman does not operate in that mindset of not needing a man. She's not a ball buster. She is a woman who is confident within herself, so confident that she is completely able to let go of some of herself. But the gotcha is she will not do that for every man. She is going to rely on her inner knowing, the God within her, to guide her discernment before she submits. And she will not submit to a man who is not her husband or has not set the firm intention of being her husband. Here's why, okay? When a woman is reliant on God the Father to be her protector, provider, her leader, her problem solver, any man that comes into her life wanting to assume that role is going to have the blessing and confirmation of the Father, okay, of God. She is not going to conform to the bare minimum if she already has everything she needs. And while she may desire love and marriage in a relationship, she knows the importance of entering into the right relationship, the type of relationship that will allow her to continue to grow and evolve and flourish, all right? Now, a man that is truly in his power is not threatened or repulsed by a woman's independence, okay? Because her independence doesn't determine her ability to operate as a feminine woman. A man that's truly in his power will see an independent woman, and if he's interested in that woman, he will be intentional in ensuring that his actions solidify that he is him, okay? His presence, the tone he sets will show that he is him. He is that one, all right? Okay, so let's talk about the woman that is in survival mode. So you guys can really catch this difference and stop mislabeling and crucifying independent women, okay? All right, now the woman that's in survival mode, she may appear to be similar to an independent woman, okay? But it's totally different. And if you are a man who is healed, who is healthy, who is aware, you can discern the difference, all right? The woman in survival mode only relies on self. She doesn't rely on God, on her family, and she is not trying to rely on any man unless there is some sort of immediate gain that she will receive from it. Now, the woman in survival mode probably grew up feeling like she didn't have anyone. And if you add relationship trauma onto that, it can get a little complicated, okay? Now, if you are a man and you have dealt with a woman in survival mode, you probably attempted to show her genuine love, that you can be trusted and relied upon, but it was not received well. And despite your efforts, you probably still felt like it was you against her, or it was you and then it was her, but you may have never really experienced that togetherness, that collaboration, that partnership that is essential to establishing a healthy, balanced relationship. Because a woman in survival mode is reliant on self, okay? There is no concept of companionship or working together because all she knows is herself. Now, the woman in survival mode is unable to submit because she is already submitted to her trauma, to her victim mentality, whether she speaks on it or not. Most women in survival mode are reluctant to speak about their traumas. They don't speak about their childhood, the past, and things they experienced growing up. But you can always tell by the way they respond to things, how they handle certain situations, that they probably have been through some things, all right? Now, here's where the problems and the disconnect comes into play, okay? The woman in survival mode has usually cultivated that self-reliance in such an unhealthy way that it has diminished her ability to flow in her natural feminine state, which has manifested into her operating in a more distorted feminine dynamic, or as y'all like to call it, the masculine woman. Now, is the woman in survival mode a bad person? Absolutely not. Can the woman come out of survival mode? Absolutely yes. It just takes self-awareness, healing, going within so you never have to be without, okay? So there it is, the independent woman debunked. And now you see the difference between an independent woman and the woman in survival mode. But really, y'all, above all, I want us to really gain awareness about these things before we go around throwing labels and opinions and negative talk all willy-nilly, okay? Look, the internet is widely consumed. So just imagine the amount of people that are out there consuming this misinformation and allowing it to shape their perspectives. That's why it's important to be mindful, okay? Anyways, as you can see, I am done with my table. It took me about 2.5 hours to assemble it, but look, if you are a natural Bob the Builder or Becky the Builder, it may take you less time. And as you can see, this is the finished look. Okay, my loves, remember to visit my site, www.ebonyisbliss.com, if you're interested in learning more about my individual coaching programs and group camps. And don't forget to like and subscribe and comment or post questions, and I will answer them in my Q&A videos. Until next time, choose love, choose freedom. Love y'all. Bye.